I'm Emmanuel and welcome to my workbench. Today I'm going to do a very small $5 banknote hunt. Now in Canada we don't have $1 banknotes, we don't have $2 banknotes. The $5 banknote is the smallest banknote that we have, and our banknotes are made of polymer. As you can see, clear window with a hologram over here. This is Sir Wilfrid Laurier, our first French-Canadian Prime Minister. I believe he might have been the third Prime Minister of Canada, or the fifth, something like that. My memory my history is not that clear on that. Here is the tower of the Parliament building in the hologram. And so I'm going to search it for interesting serial numbers. And the serial numbers are on the back over here. And another thing that I'm doing is looking for is transitional serial numbers. So when the signatures change over, the serial numbers keep printing. So there are certain serial numbers that are lower print runs. And I will also be consulting a database of for replacement notes. Now, replacement notes are done in series, so they don't have any distinguishing mark from a regular banknote. Whenever the Bank of Canada requires new serial numbers because of an error in a sheet or something, they just print them in series. So I'll have a look at those. Now, the transitional serial numbers that we're looking for start with the letters either HBG, HCM, IND, and INK. So those are the ones that are lower print runs that we're going to look for. And I'm also doing, just for the fun of it, there's no intrinsic value in it, but what I'm also doing is I'm trying to collect a full set of every single 3-set prefix on the serial number, starting with the very first one, HBG, and going all the way to the present. So I have my laptop off screen with the list of the ones that I'm looking for. So let's get right into it. All right, I just went through the serial numbers the first time. I'm going to go through them a second time for the prefixes, but I got a few almosters. So this one here was almost a repeater, 485, 5085. So if there was a 485 at the end, it would have been 4855, 485, which would have been a kind of a repeater. So that's an almoster. This one here, again, an alternator. If the first number was a 7, it would have been 7675747, but as such, it is nothing. And then this one could have been a high serial number, but for a high serial number, I would have needed at least 4 9s. More would have been better, but this is an interesting almoster as well. So now I'm going to pull out the prefixes that I'm looking for, and we'll see what special prefixes there are to see if there's any low print runs. Okay, we found several. So we got the HCM is one of them. This is the transition from Macklin Polas to Wilkins Polas. This note here is a Wilkins Polas. So this is the newer ones. You can tell because it's a higher number if the number was lower. So I'll have to check the print run on this one. The next one over here is IND, and that was a transition from Wilkins Polas to Wilkins Macklem. It is the Wilkins Macklem signature combination that is the lower print run. So is this Wilkins Macklem? If it would just focus. No, this is Wilkins Polas. I'll set it aside. And then for the INK, oh, I got another HCM over here. And this one is a Macklem Polas. So you got one of each of the HCMs, which is kind of cool. And then the INKs, were the Wilkins Macklem to Lane Macklem. So let's see. This one is, if it'll focus, this is Lane Macklem. This is also Lane Macklem, and as is this one, and this one is the Wilkins Macklem over here. So we have one of the old and three of the new. So I'll have to check my book to see if any of these have our lower print runs, and I'll set them aside. So let me look through these again for my serial numbers that I'm looking for, and we'll see if I find any of these. So in the H's, it's the HBs, and then IN starting at INM. There we go. These are for my full set of serial numbers. I did not have an INR, I did not have an INH, and I did not have an HBR. So I can knock those off and add those to my set as I try to get one of each of the three the letter prefixes in my banknotes. So what I will do now, I'll set these aside over here. What I will do now is I'll actually go to the Coins and Canada website, and they have the database of replacement notes for this series. All right, no replacement notes were in these banknotes. Unfortunately, I have yet to find one in the wild. Now let me go and validate whether these guys over here are lower print runs. Okay, I have my book over here, and so let's see here. HCM. Let me make sure they're all in order here. HCM with a Wilkins Polas signature. HCM with a Wilkins Polas signature. Has a 4.1 million print run, so this is a keeper. I'll put that over here on my pile. The HCM with this is a Macklem Polas, 5.8. So I keep anything that is under a 10 million run, so this is good. And then the IND over here, this one is Wilkins Polas for IND. Wilkins Polas, this one was 8.9, so slightly less, slightly more than the other ones. And then the INKs, they're not listed because this book was predates all of these INKs, but I'm going to keep all of these INKs until new information comes out. Well, there you go. I have some fillers for my set of for my serial number set. I found some lower print run banknotes. Well, I hope you enjoyed this very short video. If you did, give me a thumbs up, like my video, and I have a logo here for you to subscribe if you haven't already. I have a video here that you might be interested in, as well as a playlist over here of other banknote searches. Until next time, thanks for watching.